a DLSU varsity athlete, of course, I'm very competitive.
Hi, I'm a DLSU varsity athlete. Of course, I'm happy with the grade of 4 because I'm an achiever.
I'm a DLSU varsity athlete. Of course, I love to play and I love to study.
And I am Rico Hizon, your Decades LaSalle host. And of course, I am so excited and privileged to interview these beautiful and very talented lady athletes. Please have a seat. Wow! Welcome to Decades LaSalle! Ayan nako, all achievers indeed. Let me introduce our guests for this edition. First of all, we have Melissa Gohing Nasino, who played libero for the Lady Spikers and awarded the UAAP Season 71 Rookie of the Year! And we also have a two-sport athlete. Naku, is that possible? Two-sport athlete in LaSalle University. Yes, she achieved that. She was a DLSU Lady Spiker and then joined the Lady Archers basketball team. And now, a licensed physician. I'll be asking for some prescriptions after the program. She is no other than Doctora Abby Barbosa Macalinao. And finally, a UAAP champion setter who is also a licensed physician. She belongs to the emergency section of a very popular hospital in Manila. Let us all please welcome Doctora Mika Esperanza. Wow! Welcome, ladies, to Decades LaSalle Season 2. Let me start off with you, Melissa. How does it feel to be back on campus? From what I know, we're already in Season 87. You're part of LaSalle Season 71. Wow, that's 16 seasons. Am I dating you? Am I making you much older?
To be honest, I feel very nostalgic coming here. Ang dami ko kinukwento sa husband ko. My husband's here watching now. And
Si Rocco.
yes, and it's actually my first time here in this building.
First time.
Same.
Hindi ko pa naabutan to, sir.
The Henry C. Building,
Yes.
where we're filming this Decades
Yes.
LaSalle episode.
I'm just so happy. A lot of changes and a lot of memories there. Like per area, tinuturo ko sa husband ko kanina. So I'm so happy to be here.
And how does it feel like, Doc, to be back here on campus?
Actually, the same. No, I'm really happy na makita ulit yung old buildings. Actually, during my time nung nag-aaral pa ako dito, parang every building, it's not my goal to study or para magkaroon ng class every building. Pero parang, oh, I had a class there. I had a class there. Parang kanina, parang, sorry, kaya ako late kasi kung saan-saan pa ako nagbunta. Like, oh, I
Talagang
remember this
walking
area.
down memory lane, no?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is where this is where I saw a cute guy, or this is where I ate. There was a lot of memorable
Yes.
moments in your 4 years here in LaSalle.
Yes.
What about you, Doc Mika?
Same with them po, but at the same time, I felt the change also and the years have gone by. Because
Oo.
a lot of change. Although naabutan ko naman po tong building na to, it's just that some part of the campus already has changed. But I'm happy to be back din po.
But of course, before you can become a DLSU varsity athlete, wow, there's a lot of competition, hindi ba, ladies, to be part of this very important and creme de la creme, the best of the best in UAAP sports. So, Melissa, share with us, what happened when you tried out for the volleyball team? What would you remember about that moment in your career?
I was actually recruited, but during my 4th year, we went to LaSalle. I trained with them and with my idols na pinapanood ko before nung high school ako. Tapos, kinakabahan ako noon. Sobrang iba yung feeling to train with Manila Santos. That time, yung mga pinapanood ko lang. And then now, I'm playing with them. So, it was a memorable time. Yung day na yan, I can't forget it. That day. And that day pa, I wasn't sure pa, you know, you don't know where you'll go that time. Pero God really led me to LaSalle. And nahiwalay ako. We were recruited, 4 kami na players. Teammates kami nung NCR team when I played for Palarong Pambansa. But the other 3, dun sa color blue na school. And then...
Oh, meron bang ganun na eskwela na color blue? Ang layo naman.
Is it okay to That was me here. But I'm so glad na napunta ako dito. As in, it was God's willing talaga.
That's right. It's fate.
It's
no?
fate.
It's really fate. So even though you're recruited, but still you're also competing with so many talented athletes who want to be part of the volleyball team. What about you, Doc Mika? What was your experience like on day 1 when you were part of the Lady Spikers?
I was also recruited po. I was actually invited to play or train first when I was 4th year high school. So I was able to train
Yes.
with Ate Well.
Ate!
Yes, I remember that day.
And to be honest po, dream school ko po talaga is LaSalle. Studies and also in playing po, volleyball. So when I got the invite, I put my heart into that training and my goal was on that day, kailangan maka-offer po ako ng scholarship for the team and also for my studies. And I did naman po, God willing, and I think that was very memorable because my family was with me. And also the team managers were also there. So when they offered me the scholarship, I think doon na nag-start po talaga. Although I'm from LaSalle High School rin naman pala po nung before. And I just realized na my heart really belongs to LaSalle.
Yeah. Heart and soul, playing for our alma mater, playing for LaSalle, and of course, winning championships.
Yes.
And of course, we also have a 2-sport athlete here, Doc Abby. Paano naman nangyari yan? Volleyball, pagkatapos basketball.
Yeah, first I joined, actually, I'm just a walk-in. Hindi kagaya nila na recruit
But you know,
talaga.
sometimes the walk-ins are also very successful.
No, actually, I was invited by one of the players. Pero I told her na, actually, I want to focus sana sa studies. So, I enrolled sa course na I really want, which is nasa LaSalle lang siya. So, the time na in-invite ako to play for volleyball, sabi ko, sige, why not? Pero, eto, nag-train din ako before going here sa ibang school.
Oh, okay.
So, I tried first. Pero mas iba yung feeling ko talaga dito sa LaSalle. So, parang, I think I belong here. Kung ano rin yung sinabi nila. So, I started volleyball for 1 year. And then, because I prioritize talaga yung studies, so medyo nag-conflict siya with my schedule, yung volleyball training. So, it was like 9 to 12 kasi yung training, no, at the time. So, lahat ng subjects nandoon. And yung course ko po kasi is, we only had 1 section.
All right.
Yes.
What was what was your course?
I was BS Physics, Pre-Med Physics.
Physics, nako. Hindi ko nga nakuha yan sa college kasi ang hirap-hirap yung subject na yan.
So-
yung course na yan.
So, medyo nahirapan po kasi ako to find schedule. So, they won't offer yung ibang time. So, sabi ko, I might change a different sport. So, luckily, I know how to play basketball also.
Shooting guard.
I actually played basketball before. I was grade 4 only. So, una siyang sport na minahal ko actually, yung basketball. So, napunta lang ako sa volleyball kasi iba din yung environment talaga ng volleyball. Mas nag-enjoy ako nung high school ako. But because I prioritize nga my studies, I tried basketball kasi yung schedule ng training at the time was really early morning. So, sakto siya. After the training, I can do my studies after my classes.
Is it true that when you were a volleyball setter, no? For 1 year, pag siniset mo, pumapasok sa basketball hoop.
Yeah, there's a funny story back then. So, I was training in volleyball. So, syempre, may mga drills. So, I was left sa baba ng ring. So, I was shooting volleyball balls sa ring. And then, nakita ako ni Coach Ramil. Anong ginagawa mo dyan? Kasi I came in as a libero. So, it's a different position. So, I was shooting nga. Sabi niya, sige. Parang after our training, magde-drills tayo, i-shoot mo yung balls dyan sa ring, pero you have to set.
Yeah.
So, dun ko nakuha yung position na setter.
So, Melissa, no, you're a Rookie of the Year, also libero. But of course, when you play for a team like LaSalle, no, there's also a lot of pressure on your shoulders, right? It's either you have to be the champion, or the champion. So, what were some of the high points or the highlights of your career while playing for the Lady Spikers?
Highlights, I think every championship, sir. Parang yun talaga yung award sa amin ng paghihirap namin, and everybody knows how hard our training, well, up until now, grabe talaga yung training namin, yung pinagdaanan namin, and even our commitment to ang daming sacrifices ng players. Like we start living together na 3 months before the season. We have curfews, and even with that, we're very strict din with our classes that time. So, ang dami din DLs, din blisters that time. So, grabe din yung commitment namin as a player na tipong we spend more time with our teammates than with our families.
Mm-hmm.
So, everything, I think it's the journey. The journey to every championship game. Well, not just that, kahit na we lost some seasons, pero yung journey and the sisterhood, that's what I felt nung nag-graduate ako. As in, we still meet, like up until now with my teammates, nag-bonding kami. And then, ang dami naming kwento about college, about our journey, paano, sige to, ganyan. So, I think it's the journey.
Okay, so sarap pala nitong hawakan, itong volleyball na ito, no? Pero ang hirap i-set, ang hirap rin. Hirap rin i-spike. What about you, Doc Mika? What were some of the high points or highlights of your career playing for LaSalle?
Definitely my first year and my last year. My first year, I came in as a rookie, and teammates kasi Ate Mel, rookie setter. And what was the highlight of that year was champion kami. We came from a loss actually. Silver po kami prior to that season. And then season 73, champion. And bonus pa po, naging rookie of the year pa po ako. So,
Wow!
yun po, isa. And last year definitely, because nag-extend po kasi ako just to finish my 5 years of playing here because I got injured nung 5th year ko na po. ACL po, and then nagpa-opera, and then I recuperate, but I had to sit out for the 5th year po sana. And then I decided to play my last playing year, my 6th year actually in college. And God willing, nag-champion po kami. And we came from a loss also.
But Doc Mika, sometimes when I talk to a lot of injured players, you know, sometimes do you have again the motivation, the resilience, the inspiration to come back? Because you see all your teammates on the floor enjoying, playing. But how do you come back, make a comeback from a major injury?
Physically, actually, it's very easy kasi we're athletes eh. Our body's used to the rigorous trainings, or yung mechanisms po talaga. Sanay na yung katawan. But actually, the more yung mas mahirap po is mentally po and psychologically to come back. Because yun nga, nakikita ko yung teammates ko, parang I'm being left behind. They're still training, improving, and me, I'm still trying to walk pag na-operahan ka. Parang everything is start from zero again kasi your muscles get atrophied. So it was hard mentally and psychologically. But one thing that motivated me talaga po to come back on my last playing year was seeing my teammates coming from a loss, and I wanted to give back to my coaches and to the community because of the things that I was given. I was privileged enough to wear the white and green jersey for the longest time, and this was my giving back to at least play my last playing year for LaSalle and for my coaches and for the communities.
Wow, that's such a wonderful fighting spirit, no? And of
Yes.
course, giving back to the LaSallian community. What about you, Doc Abby? What were some of the highlights of your playing volleyball and basketball?
Actually, hindi kasi ako star kagaya nila.
You're always a star.
No, I played season 70. I think that was the year na nagkaroon ng issue yung LaSalle volleyball team. We were actually part, supposedly, ng Final Four. Pero na forfeit yung games sa huli. Pero I won't talk about that na. So, ang highlight lang kasi, the sports actually motivated me to push na mag-achieve talaga. So I have another story. No? So we have a game, UAAP game that time, volleyball. Nagkasabay siya with my exam. May one exam, as in parang siyang midterms. I can't remember. Pero an important exam. So may game. So sabi ko, oh no, kasabay siya nung exam. So I talked to my professor. Sabi ko, we have a game. Maybe I can do makeup. But unfortunately, it's a hands-on exam. So yung may microscope. So hindi nila pwede, oh sige, makeup. Let's do it another day. So magsa-set up ulit. So ayaw na nila nun. So, sabi ko, okay. Paalam ako kay Coach Ramil. Sabi niya, no, we have to do the game. So, sabi ko, okay. Nag-game ako, and then I called the professor. Sabi ko, ma'am, baka pwede po akong humabol. So, she agreed. Sabi niya, ang deal lang natin is manalo kayo sa game, then you can go back here, and then you can do the exam. Sabi ko, oh, ma'am, I'm done with the game. Everyone's done na. As in, actually, magko-close na. Naka-full uniform ako. I ran back here in LaSalle. Nag-exam ako, naka-knee pads, naka-jersey, hindi na ako nagbihis. And fortunately, I passed the exam and we won the game. So, I think
Everyone was happy.
Yeah, everyone was happy.
And that is the one moment that you will really never ever forget,
yes.
no? Because
So,
our professors gave you that flexibility.
yes. So, everyone's very supportive. So, ganun ka-supportive yung community ng LaSalle to the athletes. So we can't take it out sa amin, no? Athletes, students. So I have to take the exam, then the game, the training, everything. So okay naman, na-balance. So I think yun talaga hindi ko talaga makalimutan during my time. And then sa basketball naman, ganun din, wala rin kasi talagang highlight kasi hindi rin kami pinalad nung time ko. No? So, we were part of the Final Four in season 71. Pero, we were actually twice to beat at that time. Pero, twice beaten, unfortunately rin. So, hindi ko siya masabi na highlight talaga. Pero, of course, yung journey, the trainings and everything. So, nag-push talaga na kailangan ko matapos yung classes ko. I have to study well. But I have to train then twice a day, ganyan. So, actually, yung endorphins during the exercises, the trainings, pushed me to study harder. So,
And of course, being part of the Final Four is already a major achievement. I mean, the UAAP is a very, very competitive competition. So, I mean, just to get into the Final Four is already, for me, a championship in itself. What about you, Melissa? Of course, Rookie of the Year. I mean, this is a major achievement, no? I mean, as a freshman. But of course, to be able to have a successful team, you need teamwork. And you mentioned sisterhood and camaraderie. What makes a championship team? What makes a team successful?
I always share this to other people. It's not just our training. It's not just our system, but also us being a family. We always look out for each other outside, but also inside the court. Nakita mo talaga yung we care for each other. If one fell down dati, talagang lahat kami, pinupull back up siya, yung player na yon. So, it's really the heart of a family. There was one time during my last year po, first game, we were down 2 sets. Inisip ko na, talo na ba ito? First ko, this is my last year, guys. Nagwawala na talaga ako. Inside ako, ano ba? Talagang all out na ako. And then, that game, I saw how close we were as teammates and as family. Parang yung teammate ko, para sa'yo, Ate Mel, kasi last year ko na po eh. So, tuturo sila, every point is parang, niyak ako nun eh. But that time, sabi ko,
every set, every point is dedicated because you're a graduating student.
Yes, and that's what I also felt after college. We look out for each other. Ngayon, mommy na ako. So, mga mommies na ates ko, they were guiding me. So, I'm very grateful to have teammates and also coaches like that who still look out for you even after college.
And that's very important, no? That you're not just athletes on the court, but you're athletes and also good friends off the court.
Yes.
And that's what really creates all the teamwork, no? And the synergy among all the players. And of course, previous alumni, right, are always there to
Yeah.
support the Lady Spikers. I'm sure like now, you're even supporting the players in season 87.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
And what about you, Doc Mika? What makes a team successful?
I think same din with Ate Mel. It's really, we're bonded po talaga. We're actually being put nga, yun po, sa isang dorm.
Oo.
Medyo nakakasawa.
Sa
Araw-araw
bonding.
po kami magkakasama.
Oo.
Kaya
Wala
pag
din
when
Di
we
ba
get
kayo nasasawa? Di ba kayo nasasawa sa isa't isa?
Wala po kami choice. Magkasama kami from morning to evening hanggang pagtulog magkakasama. That's why when we get like a day off or something like that, or we can go home, we really go home. But we actually miss each other. And yun nga po, even after all these years, we still talk to each other, we see each other. And yun nga po, ang plano ko, pag kinasal po ako, sila na naman yung magiging bridesmaid ko. Ganun po yung bond namin talaga. And I think what really makes it successful is that we're bonded over our successes and our failures as well. So we know what it feels like to be a champion, and we know what it feels like to have losses. So we're bonded over that. And I think that's what made our teams successful po. And I think that's thanks din po sa management and sa coaches po namin na stricto sila, yes, but it all makes sense kung bakit po sila nagiging strict. What makes the team successful po.
And of course, you always have each other's backs,
Yes.
right? You have each other's backs. Through thick or thin, through victory and
Yes.
losses. Oo. What about you, Doc Abby? I mean, when you were with the volleyball team and when you were with the basketball team, what made your teams successful, whether a championship or not?
Same, no, from inside the court and outside sa real life. We're all friends, can call anytime. No, during my volleyball years, I actually wasn't able to experience yung nasa isang nasa isang
Dorm.
house, nasa isang dorm. So, pero yung bond nga, still there, no? I'm a rookie, so everyone's helping. Ate Ila, naabutan ko sila. Ate Chi, Saet, naabutan ko sila. Lahat sila, sige, you have a class, sige, i-cover ka namin, you can go early, ganyan. Kasi I have to run 17 floors sa, sa Andrew. Yeah, kasi after the class, after the training, straight sa class, I can't wait for the elevator pa. So I run 17 floors.
Oh, that's good training. That's part of the training.
but the point, that's after the training. So
After
training
training.
na naman. Pero with that small acts na they help me to parang, sige, ikaw mauna maligo. Yung small things, yung bond talaga, iba. And then sa basketball naman, we have a one parang house. So we stay there morning to night. Sila lang din yung kasama ko. So iba din talaga yung bonding. Ibang activities, yun nga, inside the court with the games, training. Pero ibang activities, parang we have a lot of common things na we really are interested in. So parang kahit ngayon, I still talk to some of my teammates, no? Actually, mas close ako sa teammates than my blockmates.
Yeah.
Diba?
Same.
Yes, that's right. So, like you, Melissa, I mean, apart from having that sisterhood with your fellow lady spikers, was there a special place on campus where you would always hang out?
Oh, during season, we always had dinner together. So we would meet around 6 p.m. after classes sa dorm. Yun yung parang namin, kwentuhan.
Sa dorm.
Yes, and then
What about here on campus?
around this campus, to be honest, sa gym po kami
I
nagmamahal.
was gonna say the same thing.
You live, breathe, and eat volleyball.
Yes,
no? And the gym.
Kasi in the campus, you would see us before, tumatakbo po kami to our classes. Then after, papahinga na po kami. Or go to our afternoon practice.
Twice.
So, mostly po talaga, our time nasa gym po. Sa 9th floor or
ninth
sa
floor.
sa 8th floor or sa 7th floor.
So wala talagang social life? Ha?
Meron naman po,
Mika?
like after season. Pero ball was life po talaga.
Ball.
May
This
social-
ball. What's your life?
May social life, pero teammates pa rin yung...
Yes.
Parang kasama pa rin.
Oo.
So-
But did you also have, let's say, friends outside of the volleyball team?
I do. And up
Oo.
until now, we still meet. Like, we have a reunion every December. So, I'm also grateful to have two group of barkadas, different barkadas. One, puro athletes from different sports, and one din na-meet ko sa course.
So talagang nakakamiss, no? Nakakamiss the campus, your teachers, training, no, in the gym, training with your old teammates. But at least that bond continues after
Yes.
LaSalle.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me get back to you, though, Doc Mika. Can you take us through your journey when you joined? Did you ever join the professional league?
I did po.
Oh.
Well, during our time po kasi, we were actually allowed, even when you're still in college, to join the semi-pro pa, I think,
Oo.
during that time. And then, sama-sama kami po nung ibang teammates ko po sa LaSalle. I experienced that po. And at the same time po, when I was in med school, I was also invited to play po for some teams po. But I did that during summer po, pag walang pasok. So yes po, I was able to play naman semi-pro po.
Oh wow,
during that time.
multidisciplinary, no? I mean, playing volleyball, semi-pro, and also taking up medicine. How were you able to balance that? Work-life balance, studies, and playing professionally.
I was lucky enough po that there was actually a season that was sakto po sa summer break namin. So technically, walang pahinga. So after a year po in med school, the summer that we had or the break that we had was like 1 month lang po and 2 months actually po. So I dedicate that po playing for pro po. So
And what about you, Doc Abby? I mean, medicine and also playing. How were you able to juggle the responsibilities?
Actually, during my last year in UAAP here in LaSalle, I injured my shoulder. So I stopped playing. And then as I entered medical school, I actually found another sport.
Which was?
Ultimate Frisbee.
Ultimate Frisbee! All right. You still play Ultimate Frisbee until today?
Unfortunately, no, because I injured my knee naman. Okay. So, I played Ultimate Frisbee actually in the national level and also international. So, I was part of the Philippine team, all women's. So, I played Ultimate Frisbee at the same time, medical school. So, it's actually, I'm proudly to say na yung LaSalle yung nagturo sa akin to balance.
Yan,
Same,
hindi
same.
ba?
Studies.
The LaSallian values.
Yes.
Wow. So you're really a three-sport athlete, not just volleyball and basketball, but also ultimate frisbee.
Yeah,
What about you, Melissa? I mean, what was your journey like in professional volleyball? And then now, you're a mother of a 1.5-year-old son.
One word, sir, I learned to be a multitasker.
Oo.
Kasi trisem tayo.
Yes.
So, as a breadwinner of our family, I had to work. So, professional volleyball player, and also, I also tried corporate po. So, I was a marketing officer in AirAsia. So, I traveled that time and then go to practice, talagang lahat. And then I also do hosting on the side, lahat na ng pwedeng work. But I'm just super grateful to learn discipline and yung know to prioritize what's important. Yung natutunan ko talaga nung college na time management skills, grabe. Yung how, like, everybody's like, how do you balance everything? Yun yung lagi tinatanong sa akin. Kaya, guys. You just need to be disciplined and know how to manage your time that time.
So are you now
I was
officially retired from playing professional volleyball because you have to
I-
take care of 2 kids, no?
I
2
can't-
kids.
I
Your
can't-
son and your husband.
I can't answer that question yet. I'm not closing my doors
You're not
yet.
closing your doors.
Yes.
So it's still open. The door is still open for you to return to professional volleyball.
Maybe if God's willing, but up until now, I still try to work out just in case, you know, if a door opens for me. Pinagpe-pray ko po kung ano yung plan ni Lord for me. But for now, my son muna is my priority. Kasi yung first 2 years po medyo, yun yung, diba? You know that. Kasi mom na rin si Ate Abby
Mahirap yung sepangs.
The foundation.
Separation anxiety, di ba? You always want to be with your
That's
son.
the word.
Yeah,
Yun yung
sepangs.
lagi sila. Ba't di ka pa naglalaro? Sepangs ako
And what about you, Doc Abby? Are you now officially retired from playing any kind of sport?
Actually, gusto ko bumalik.
Mm.
I have really...
There's that itch, no, to go back. Oh.
Iba pa rin talaga yung active ka. So actually, the exercise, the games, is the one that pushes you to parang do extra activities pa. I mean, to push you with your work. Yung endorphins ba? The happy hormones.
Yes.
Yeah. So, parang...
So which sport would you like to return to?
All of
naman.
them.
All of them.
Meron ng pickleball, may padel, may mga...
no, sobrang dami.
Baka ultimate frisbee.
Hopefully, ultimate frisbee actually. But I have so many injuries na rin kasi. So,
And of course,
And
your
also-
patients are calling you, Doc,
Yeah,
we need you
exactly.
here. You're on call.
everyday
Right,
work.
24/7.
Yes, that's true.
Oo.
24/7
Kung may mga
work.
kailangan gamot, kung may mga sakit, hindi
Pero
ba?
the sports kasi is one of the outlet, no? You're so tired from work. Parang, oh, maybe I can play with my friends or my previous teammates. I can see them. Yung parang outlet lang. Just a me time and at the same time you enjoy. Pero yun nga, I have a daughter na also. So,
Priorities.
mahirap yan. So,
Sabihin
maybe,
mo, Dad, Hans, ikaw na lang munang mag-asikaso sa ating daughter. I go back to the
that's
sports
one-
that I love.
Another point is, my husband is really active also. So, he's a previous athlete also from LaSalle. So, yung
You complement
activities-
each other.
Yeah, so, yung activity siguro namin in the future, pwede na namin isama yung daughter namin.
Oo.
No? So, I want to go back sana.
What about you, Doc Mika? Officially na ba? Retired? Or andyan pa rin? That,
Parang the body craves for it eh.
Oo.
Parang nakakamiss po talaga maging active na. Right now po parang sobrang konting time lang maging sa gym or what. Kaya same siguro kay Ate Mel, not closing any doors. As long as I can play, I can jump. I think I'm not closing any doors naman po. So yun po.
well, that's good. What about you, Melissa, now? What would you how would you describe a usual day how would you describe your daily life?
Now it depends. Because I'm accepting more work now. So I'm doing hosting now. I'm also doing social media postings. So luckily, na my work is mostly at home. So I make contents. Now mommies na, before about fitness content. So now mommy contents. Yung mga
How many
life ko
followers
as
do
a
you have
mom.
on social media?
Now 200 plus.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yes. So it really worked for me. So I'm just grateful that I'm a full-time mom and also a social media content creator. Nag-work yun sa akin. Siguro din because of my undergrad here. So nakatulong din yung undergrad ko, marketing and masters. So at least napapractice ko pa rin po.
Wow, you're a professional athlete, no? So you're also applying your athlete regimen
Yes.
into your daily work
Yes.
life.
In the morning, I wake up. When my son is having his breakfast, I go to the gym. Parang it's a lifestyle po eh. I crave for it. I need it because I get sick if I stop.
Yeah.
Nagkakasakit talaga ako. So, it's a lifestyle. And it's also good for my mental health, my endorphins. I get my energy from
Yeah.
it. It's also a boost of my day when I work out in the morning.
And what about you, Doc Abby? How are you applying your daily regimen as an athlete into your profession as a doctor? What are you specializing in, Doc
I'm
Abby?
currently a neuroanesthesiologist. So, anesthesia.
Brain?
Yes.
Wow!
Wow! That is for me the most difficult. Anesthesia for the brain.
Anesthesia, yeah.
Wow.
So, I actually
For
do
a,
general anesthesia, but I specialize in neuro patients.
Wow.
So, I just currently finished So, 2023. So, now I'm an active staff in several hospitals. And also, I do other clinics. So, I'm a 24/7 on call.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yung discipline lang talaga, every day. So, yung routine, everything, I have to follow this. Hindi ako pwedeng tatamad-tamad. No? So, kasi on call, I can parang reject or get the work. Pero of course, I need to push myself for my family. So, yung ano talaga, discipline.
Discipline.
Yeah.
What about you, Doc Mika? I mean, how do you apply your athlete's regimen into being a emergency doctor? Emergency doctor is also like 24/7.
Yes.
When you hear those wang-wangs on the road, that means they're being rushed to the emergency room.
Actually po, before I decided to pursue emergency medicine, at first gusto ko sana po surgery or ortho because I was exposed to those kinds of doctors when I was an athlete. But when I became a clerk, when I was exposed already in the clinics, in the hospital, iba yung adrenaline po sa ER. And I realized na parang dito po ako swak sa ER. The adrenaline, it's like a game.
Yeah.
You'll never know what's gonna come
I know,
inside.
like you're moving from one patient to the other, right?
Yes, and you'll never know what's
I've been to
gonna...
an emergency ward before. It's crazy.
It's fun.
It's fun, wow.
You get the adrenaline. You have to think always on your feet because you never know what's gonna come inside the door. And it's
You have to think on your feet.
Yes.
Which particular medication do I have to inject?
Sometimes you don't get the luxury of the time to scan the books or what. Sometimes you just really have to know. You have to base it on what's the signs and symptoms of the patient. So, and then
Wow,
the reward is quick as well po din kasi sa ER. Sometimes the patients gets quick din kasi when you give the medications, the management. So the reward is fulfilling nang mabilis din
And it's
po.
all about stock knowledge, no? Really stock knowledge. There's really no time to consult another doctor. What do I do with this patient? What do I do with that
You
patient?
have to think. Para lang po siyang fifth set na parang...
Fifth set, I like that. Fifth set.
All
13 all.
Yes, parang
13
ganun po.
all.
And
Win
you
by
cannot-
2.
You cannot say, okay, stop mo muna. I have to breathe right now. Nararatel na po ako, stop na. It's not like that. So it's like volleyball as well. That's why I like the emergency room. And that's why I decided to pursue emergency medicine as well po.
Oh, wow. What would be your advice, Melissa, for LaSallians who are watching us right now who want to be student athletes?
First, you need to have that purpose. Because that purpose will push you, will drive you to work hard, and that will be your inspiration. You just need to, personally me, my purpose is to help my family because gusto ko talaga maangat yung family ko from falling down. So yun yung nag-push sa akin even when I played professionally. So I really had a good run then professionally and it helped my family na even I had an offer na magkaroon ng scholarship yung sister ko. So my sister finished Chem-Eng in UST. Had a scholarship. So, ang laking tulong din ng scholarship ko in LaSalle. Because of that, it really opened so many doors for me. So, lagi akong thankful talaga sa scholarship na nakuha ko. Thankful sa coach ko, sa mga management ko, who now I call daddies. Daddy Irving, up until now, they're very supportive din. Supportive sila kahit nung nag-pro ako. Supportive sila up until now na may pamilya na ako sa asawa ko. So I'm just really grateful to be a LaSallian and the scholarship that I got.
What about you, Doc Abby?
Okay, may advice sa mga gustong maging future student athletes sa LaSalle. So, don't be afraid to try. Kasi when I was in high school nga, parang I want to prioritize my studies. So, I might not play. Pero it was a very good decision na I pushed. I became a student athlete. So, everything I am right now, so parang natulungan niya ako sa ngayon because of all the learnings from the trainings, from balancing my classes to my games. So, don't be afraid to try. Push. It will be one of your motivations to be more successful in the future. So, and also you will use it in the future. You can be very active. You'll have a good health.
Yeah.
diba?
Oo.
So, also people will look up to you. So, you can balance being student and being an athlete.
What about you, Doc Mika?
My advice would be, pursue nyo lang. It's gonna be worth it. It will be so worth it, especially if you finish playing and studying at the same time. The rewards would be 10 times fold na babalik sa'yo, and at the same time to the community as well. And my experience being a student athlete has molded me into who I am today, and it given me the character that up until now I'm very thankful. So yun.
Wow, great advice, no, from our lady student athletes who are here with us today for this Decades LaSalle episode. It's really very important that our LaSallian students and our alumni learn from the nuggets of wisdom that you have shared with us today. And Melissa, Doc Abby, Doc Mika, basically we now have a question from one of our LaSallian scholars. His name is Francis Gimalan. So let's hear his question for all three of you.
Hi mga ate, I'm Francis Xavier Gimalan from the DLSU chess team. Isang tanong ko lang sa inyo. How do you deal with the negativity and criticism from outside sources, and especially pag galing sa inyo?
All right, thank you so much, Francis, for your question. So, Melissa, let me start off with you. How do you deal with criticism from fans, not only from the hecklers in the stands, but also from social media?
Well, unfortunately, not unfortunately naman po, nag-start na siya nung college, di ba? Like Twitter, grabe. Kasi dati PinoyExchange.com lang eh. And then suddenly may mga social media na, Twitter, Facebook, and everything that they really post stuff about you. If you have a bad game, sisisihin nila isang player. But then yung tumatak talaga sa akin sa coach ko is makinig lang kayo sa mga taong importante sa'yo. Like, their comments are important. Kasi I always say na walang right yung isang tao na mag-bash sa akin kung hindi ko naman siya kilala. Or hindi niya ako kilala. So, ang dami yan. Through my more than a decade of playing, we're just people.
Yes.
We have our bad days.
Oo.
We can't control that. Bilog ang bola. Minsan, pangit talaga yung gising mo. Lalo na sa professional league. Because you play for a company. It's different when you play for your school. Playing in the pros, you're like working na. You're working for the company to be in your A game. So,
Do you respond to bashers
No,
on social media, or deadma? You just don't mind it?
it's my rule. I don't. And I think it's also what I learned from LaSalle, to be a classy player. That's what I learned. Hindi lang sa pagiging athlete, but also as a good person. Yun yung talagang in-instill sa amin ng coach ko, na huwag niyong sagutin yan. Be a good example for the future athletes and future students, or yung mga kababata. Maging example kayo. So yun yung isa sa mga tumatak sa akin galing sa coach ko.
What about you, Doc Mika? I mean, during your playing days, how do you react or respond to criticism?
Same lang with Ate Mel po. We try to filter out the things that we hear from all different people. And sometimes people don't realize what they see on court and TV. Mas di nila nakikita po yung paghihirap ng isang player. Beyond that, yung training namin for a whole year, sometimes talaga may bad game talaga po kami na hindi may iwasan. Tao lang din naman po kami. Pero aside from that, what we appreciate from these fans din naman is that they're there from ups and downs din naman po ng team namin, na even if we lose, they're there. When we're champion, then they're there. So yun lang po, we try to filter out po the things that we hear from other people, from the social media, what's helping us, we take it in, and what's not helping us, we don't take it in. We filter them out.
And just like Melissa, do you react? Do you comment
No,
to bashers? Do you engage with them?
Sometimes matatawa ka na lang din po minsan sa mga sinasabi nila. You just take it something na, sige, masahin natin, pagtawanan na lang natin. At the end of the day, how I will respond to them, I can just take it out on the court na lang po. And prove to them na what you see here, it takes more than just a game that you see. It takes years and years of practice.
I know, and it is really a commitment. And these bashers are not even paying you. They're not even giving you the scholarship, right? They're not paying for your education. Your focus should just be on the court and your education and your family.
Yes po.
What about you, Doc? Abby?
Okay, so different situation again from my side. Kasi during my playing days, hindi pa
Yes,
televised.
hindi pa.
So, lesser bashers. So, hindi pa uso yung nakikita sa TV.
Yeah.
But, of course, may mga tao pa rin nanonood na face-to-face. So, may people...
Hecklers, no? There are a lot of hecklers.
Wala na rin
It's
magagawa.
So many
you don't-
coaches, no? In the stands.
You don't listen to them, no? Parang, maybe for yourself, sinasabi nila na ganito, pangit yung game mo. Maybe you take it as a constructive criticism na lang din. Okay, I'll do better next game. I'll show you. So parang motivation pero hindi mo siya papatulan.
That's
Papakita mo na lang sa next game na I'm better.
And show them that you're strong and you're not
Yeah.
affected
Yes,
by what they're
exactly.
saying. Because the only person to really listen to is your coach.
Coach, yes.
Is your coach. Is your
Exactly.
coach. So thank you so much, Francis Gimalan, for your very interesting question. Thank you, LaSalle, for your continuous effort in supporting our scholars and our students through the program LaSallian Giving. And to our dear alumni who also want to leave a legacy and strengthen our Animo spirit. You can also support DLSU through its several projects and campaigns. We have our scholarship programs through the LaSallian Legacy Fund. We also have projects to support our athletes through the Sports Animo Fund. And we also give opportunities to students to harness their creativity through the Seats for the Arts Fund. You can also help build the faith of the LaSallian community by donating to the Santuario de La Salle, located on DLSU's Laguna campus. The Santuario de La Salle is the first sanctuary built in honor of our founder, St. John Baptist de La Salle. And for more info, you may email edwin.reyes@dlsu.edu.ph or advancement@dlsu.edu.ph. All right. Oh my goodness gracious. We're already close to 45 minutes in this interview, ladies, but I still want to continue our interview this could last for maybe 2 hours. And maybe even though you're being called by your patients, you'll have to wait. They'll have to wait. Here's a question about debunking myths about LaSalle. What is the most interesting or most ridiculous myth you've heard about us LaSallians? And how would you like to clarify on that? Or baka, totoo pala. Melissa, let's start off with you.
Probably, syempre, LaSalle is one of the best schools here. So, they think na, maarte or intimidating or social.
Mayabang, di ba?
Yes.
Kasi volleyball
Ganyan.
player.
Yes, or volleyball player, ganyan. Pero hindi. Kami, we eat here sa karinderya together. Alam mo yun, we're just normal people. It's just
Simple,
that,
down to earth.
yes.
Approachable.
Yes, we're approachable. Kalog din kami. Like, we're fun to be with. So, yun yung mga na-experience ko na comments from other people. Ay, akala namin ganito ka. Akala namin ganito ka. So,
Mali
pero
talaga ang
hindi
mga
naman.
sinasabi nila tungkol
Masaya
sa
dito
ating
sa
mga LaSallian.
Masaya dito.
And of course, this is always taught in all our classes, no? Well, I graduated way
I
back in
love
1988.
I'm grateful for PERSEF. Personal
Personal
Effectiveness
Effectiveness.
Class 1, 2, 3, 4. Like sa fourth kasi, they taught us how to answer work interviews. So ready ako nung in-interview na ako. So I'm grateful. Kasi ibang schools, walang ganon.
Oo. And of course, we are always taught to be people for others, right?
Yes,
Always
yes.
sharing and always giving.
Yes.
And what about you, Doc Mika?
For me, siguro yung...
Debunking those myths about us.
Yung pagkakonyo daw po natin na hindi daw po na the way we speak daw po, it's medyo maarte, ganun. But when they realized na kaya ko naman po makipagsabayan, actually, Batanggenya po ako. So, nakikipagsabayan naman po ako na kala nila medyo maarte nga po tayo, ganun. I'm going back din kay Ate Mel, yung Percep, it helped me. Actually, I taught Percep also po. When I graduated, I had the opportunity to teach actually some young LaSalle students also. So, way of giving back. So, yun. Na-realize din po nung ibang friends ko na okay rin pala mga taga-Lasal, marunong naman palang makisama. Parang
Oo
ganun.
naman, no? Lagi naman time. We're very, very friendly,
Yes,
di ba? And we're always magnanimous in victory. Pag nananalo tayo ng championship, we share it with all the schools. Our championship trophies and all our achievements.
Yes.
Oh, what about you, Doc Abby? Kasi may mga, I'm sure, debunking myths. Like, for example, in hospitals. Oh, you're from LaSalle. Diba? Or you're from LaSalle, konyo, social ka. But, mali naman yun.
Meron siguro for mga student athletes. Ay, athlete varsity team yan. Pasado na yan sa class.
Yes.
Hindi.
So,
That's
no,
true.
we work hard.
Yes.
So, feeling ko yun yung hindi totoo talaga.
That's true.
Yeah.
We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have
Yes.
hosts, we have journalists.
We passed college because we studied
worked hard.
hard.
Hard, yes.
Hard.
You earned
Yes.
that 4.0 or that
Yes.
3.5 or the 3.0, right?
Yes. So,
We're not just satisfied with 1.
yes.
We're satisfied with 3s, 3.5s, and 4s.
Yes. So, I'm proudly to say na achiever talaga ang mga Lasallians, no? So, we work hard for the success na we have now. So, hindi totoo yan. Student athlete, pasado na yan, kahit hindi pumapasok. So,
That's
not
very,
true.
very true. Oo. Naku, kanina ko pahawak itong volleyball na ito. Mukhang I wanna play volleyball. It's a very interesting sport. You know, I mean, I'm a big basketball fan, but because of the lady spikers, now I watch every game. Thank you so much to our Lady Green Archer athletes. Melissa, thank you very much. Melissa Gohing Nasino, Dr. Abby Barbosa Macalinao, and Dr. Mika Esperanza.
Thank you.
Animo LaSalle, thank you so much for your wisdom and inspiration for our students and alumni who are watching us right now. And we have learned indeed a lot. I've been in broadcast journalism for 36 years. Naku, ang tanda-tanda ko na pala, no? I'm dating myself with this interview. But learning from you, the training, the discipline, the importance of education, and professionalism in becoming a successful and well-rounded student athlete. Animo LaSalle! Hail, hail! And to all our viewers who are watching this episode of Decades LaSalle Season 2, maraming salamat for joining us. Hail to De La Salle, hail to our alma mater, Animo LaSalle. This is Rico Hizon, your host for Decades LaSalle Season 2. Mabuhay ang De La Salle University. Animo!
Decades LaSalle would like to thank our sponsors.